Some schools don't let you eat a Pop-Tart and shape it like a gun. So yeah, what the fuck do you mean don't let you eat a Pop-Tart and shape it like a gun? What the fuck does that mean? It happened, Pippa? Some kid got expelled for doing that? Google that, it's real? God fucking damn it, I'm gonna Google it. Hold on. Judge upholds suspension of the Pop-Tart gun kid. What? He was 7 years old when he was suspended for chewing his breakfast, not actually a Pop-Tart as it turned out, into the shape of a weapon and pretending to fire it at his classmates. Now he's 11. And a judge just upheld his suspension. In the end, the case hinged on whether the pastry incident was in fact the last straw in a long line of disciplinary problems. The Maryland school says yes. The parents say at the time of the suspension they were told that the 2-day suspension was a direct result of the deployment of food weaponry and that no other incidents were mentioned. The student in this case had a long history of behavioral problems that were the subject of progressive intervention by the school. He created a classroom disruption on March 1st, 2013, which resulted in a suspension that was justified based on the incident in question in the student's history. Okay, well, if the kid was already getting suspensions, he was already doing some crazy shit. Like, I'm gonna be blunt, chat. Like, you don't get suspended without really fucking up. So if he was fucking up so bad he was getting suspensions, then yes, I imagine him fucking pretending to have a weapon was enough for the school to say, all right, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Sure, but come on. Nah, man, nah. This is a kid that's acting up. He was 7. So, chat? He was 7 though? So? There's no age limit on when a child can harm other children. Look at how fucking young they start in gangs and shit. Pippa, what are you, a cop? No. I'm saying if the child's already being really shitty, then you need to take him out of the school system for everybody else's safety. Alright? If the kid is already being, like, so crazy that he's getting suspensions, and this was, like, the tipping point, like, something needs to get sorted out. Something needs to get sorted out. That's dumb. It's not dumb. It's not dumb. I don't know how you guys were raised, but I was not raised to pretend to kill people. Right? I was not raised to point fake firearms at people. Because firearms were not toys. If a child, woman moment, no, it's called growing up with parents that respect guns. Chat, you're... It's not a literal gun. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a pastry, so the child is pretending that it's a gun. What about when it's a toy gun? What about when it's a toy gun? Is that different? Is that different because it's a toy gun? I was still taught you don't fuck around like that. You don't pretend that you have a weapon, and you sure as shit don't point it at people. You don't do that. If it looks real, sure. No, even if it doesn't look real, you don't do that. If a toy guns existed, yes, they did. Water guns and Nerf? Water guns do not look anything like a real weapon. Okay? Like, they do not... Listen. Water guns and Nerf guns are specifically designed to be like bright orange. Neither do Pop-Tarts, but the child is pretending that it's a weapon. The child is pretending that it is a weapon, chat. I'm sorry, but listen, if this kid, like a couple years down the road, or whatever, shows up with like a real fucking gun, and then shot people, then you guys would be like, oh, well, why didn't the school do anything? He was already pretending to shoot at people. He was fucking, like, this kid was like a clear psychopath, fucking chewing on his Pop-Tart to turn it into the shape of a gun so he could like shoot at other children. Like, you guys are being like deliberately like Oh, ow, 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 school system moment. It's like, listen, there's plenty of shitty stuff going on with the school system. But come on. I was thinking for dollars, mostly because the school had terrible security, so they took every step to prevent a school shooter problem, as they should. As they should. There's too fucking many school shooting incidents. I would rather them suspend the kid that already had previous suspensions, right? Kick the kid out that already had previous suspensions that is now going around pretending to shoot at people with a Pop-Tart. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, chat. At the annihilator thing, the noise. Wow, you don't say. If he did an actual serious crime, I'd react differently than if he liked enjoying his food in a fun way. The code of reality thing for dollars. Honestly, base take chat is just uneducated in gun safety. Passive saucer thing for dollars is one heck of a slippery slope. Pippa? You can say anything's a slippery slope. Scene acting for those. Have you ever played airsoft or pretend army? Those are in controlled environments. You don't do that shit at school. You don't take airsoft guns to school. You don't take airsoft guns out in public. Unless it's like a fucking airsoft facility. Use your fucking brain. Theater guy, thank you for $5. You sound like one of those schizo ICE agents trying to interview 5-year-olds, unironically go touch grass and talk to kids. They fucking start young, chat. You don't understand. Kids grow up in shitty environments. This kind of shit gets normalized. They think weapons are a joke. They think killing other people is a joke. They think they become jaded. This kind of shit becomes normalized. Instead of it's a Pop-Tart. He already had previous suspensions. If this was like a one-off incident, I'm not saying, oh, a kid like fucking turned his Pop-Tart into a gun as a joke and like that was he fucked up or whatever. This is a kid already has other suspensions. He's already acting out in other ways. And speaking from experience, it takes a lot to get a suspension, chat. Moving the goalpost. We're not moving the goalpost. We're talking about this incident. So you trust the media? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? Oh, this article that presents all this information. I'm going to pick and choose what parts I believe arbitrarily? I'm supposed to look at this article that you guys recommended. I'm supposed to be like, oh, okay, well, for no reason in particular, I don't think this part is true. That doesn't make any fucking sense, chat. Move on, chat is still looking. Chat has a fucking brain damage takes. Chat has a fucking brain damage takes. And I just know there's gonna be some morons that are like, oh my god, Pippa thinks children shouldn't play with airsoft. Completely ignoring that there's a time and a place for shit. Completely ignoring the fucking epidemic of school shootings. VTech different to lawyers. It used to take a lot to get a suspension. Oh man, gee, they can come to me. Please resume the game. We're arguing over nothing again. We're arguing over a Pop-Tart. Thanks for cutting with all the other kids with the pumped up kicks. Better run faster than my Pop-Tart.
Virginia Tech. Oh, so some Asian guy.
Have you been a bad boy?